Hey, Tubies. This is Bob Hickman. It is so wonderful to be here with you. Well, you guys have been all excited and so supportive. Yesterday I had posted my video on horoscopes for December 2015. So if you've been wanting a little psychic snapshot overview for your month, make sure to see that video. It's the one right before this. It was posted yesterday, December 2015 horoscopes. I cover all 12 zodiac signs. So if you watch that video, you will get a little reading personally for you for this month. So make sure to check it out, guys, okay? I'm so glad you're here. Well, you know it's Tuesday, and it seems that Tuesdays traditionally become the day for messages from the spirit world. So I like that tradition, and we're going to continue it. And for those of you who are new here, we are now doing a video every single day of the month, and I hope you'll tune in here. We got a lot coming. So yesterday we had horoscopes. Today we've got messages from the spirit world. Tomorrow we're going to touch in on a magic spell. I'm teaching you one of Psychic Bob's spirit spells. We're going to talk about that. And we'll talk all about my new series of spells that'll be carried over at rarewiccaspells.com. So we'll definitely talk about that. But anyways, for those of you also who are new, every week I answer letters from viewers. The people write to me from all over the world with psychic questions, and it's my honor and my pleasure to be here and to read for all of you. Just so you know, there is no charge. I do not take any money for my messages readings. I am a private medium, a full-time medium, professional medium. I do private readings. So if you want to get a private reading, we can also do that. My private readings are an hour long, and you can contact me. I'll put my website below, or call me at my office, 571-483-2112. But for YouTube, these readings on YouTube are absolutely free, okay? So I'm just glad you're here. If you want to contact me for a messages from the spirit world reading here on YouTube, just put comments in the box below. That's probably the easiest way to reach me. Or you can write me at my website as well, www.robert-hickman.com. Either way, I'll get the letters, okay? So it's so good to hear from you. So we're going to go through a batch of letters today, and let's see what Spirit has, okay? Before we get into that, though, let's all just take a moment, close our eyes, and attune to the spirit world. Okay, my spirit guide Fletcher is back here. I hear his voice. He always stands on my left side back here. All right, our first letter tonight is from Rebecca Joy. Hello, Rebecca. She's been a long time watcher here. It's so nice to hear from you. She writes and she says, Dear Psychic Bob, I want to know why on earth we are separated from someone we love. God brings people together, and then they get separated quickly by death and other things, and that's not right. It makes everything seem fake, and people I love seem to be headed towards purgatory, and I don't want to go with them. You know, Rebecca, hon, I can feel a lot of struggle here, a lot of sorrow in your letter. And, you know, you asked some very good questions. I think you get the Question of the Week award, because this is really, you touched on some profound issues here. When we talk about people on our journey, especially when we talk about separation through death or through other things, we have to understand that the important thing to understand is that this life, there are no guarantees. When we come here from the spirit world, so we all live over in spirit, when we take on these bodies and we incarnate, we actually create a chart where we plan to bring people into our lives. We actually know people in spirit, and we all get together over there, and then we plan to meet down here. But because we have free will, and because this earth has a very dense and oftentimes negative vibration, people forget their contracts, they forget their promises, they forget what they came here to do. and they get all off into every other thing. You say here, why do people get separated quickly by death? Well, that idea of quickness, you have to understand that this life is very short and it's very passing. From the spirit view, from eternity, when people go back, many times what happens is they see how much time they wasted on the earth, how many opportunities they missed, and they are grieved by that. But from the eternal perspective, this earth life is very short. And so those who die and go back to spirit, once they get there, they know it's just a little while until they're reunited. So this is why the dead don't necessarily suffer after death in the sense of missing us. They know that we're going to be okay ultimately, and they can help and guide us from the spirit world. And you say it doesn't seem right. Yes, in the earthly perspective, none of this seems right. But you have to remember, we planned a lot of our struggles and our joys. So the good and the bad must be experienced. In this realm, we have to have some suffering. And I don't say that to sound sadistic. I say that because we made a sacred vow with God, with the angels, with all our friends in the spirit, to come here and take on these challenges. And sometimes what happens is in our chart, we agree to kind of be a tutor to younger souls. So younger souls get kind of paired up with us, and we get down here, and when we're the older soul, we can see they're totally on the wrong track. Our mission is to try to help them. But at a certain point, if they don't want to be helped, their free will has to be honored. And they will go a different path. And yes, some of people do go to purgatory. When you say it makes everything fake, no, nothing here is fake. It's all very real. What's fake about this world are those who say that there's only material reality. This is the lie. There's a very big push now by many atheists to say this is all there is, there's nothing, and the whole world is focused on materialism. That's fake, because everything in this world is temporary and passing. So when you find yourself in that place of struggle, don't panic, don't fear. Love God in your heart. Always pray. Pray for those who are going astray. If you pray, you won't go to purgatory. You can say, what? If you really are praying and you are talking to God and your higher self is attuned, you won't go to purgatory. It's those who forget God, who want to live without that aspect, that go to purgatory. So you need to pray for yourself to be connected to your higher power, and pray to God for all those on your journey with you. I know it's very tough. And I also, in my own life, have seen a lot of sorrow with people who have forgotten God, who have turned against me and betrayed me. But you know what? I pray for them. And if we pray for them, there's always the hope of spirit intervening and pulling them back. So we just got to pray, okay? Good questions, though. I hope that helps a little bit. Blessings to you. All right, our next sign is Carolyn N. Hi, Carolyn. She writes, she says, Dear Bob, in astrology, for those of us at the end of a sign on the cusp, should we take into advice for both signs? I'm a Capricorn, Aquarius cusp. Carolyn, that's a very good question. And I'm going to also address this next week or next month also in our next horoscopes. But actually, see, this is the thing. Depending on which astrology chart you read, sometimes, like, for example, Capricorn will be on the 20th, and on some it's the 21st, to where it ends or begins. So when you're on the cusp like that, really the thing that you've got to do is get an actual ephemeris and look up your specific birthday, because year to year, sometimes the signs, the houses will shift by a day. But if you can't do that, or you're just not sure and you're getting mixed signals still, I say listen to both signs, because they each will pertain to you to some degree. Yes, you can listen to both. I generally think most people, when they're on the cusp, feel like a certain sign. And I want you to pay attention to your interface. Do you feel like an Aquarius, or do you feel like a Capricorn? Maybe you feel, like say, well, Bob, every time I read Aquarius, it's more in tune with me. Or every time I read Capricorn, it's more in tune. There's no one right or wrong, especially for cusp people. I know it can be annoying because it makes you feel imbalanced. But pick a sign that you feel attuned with, and you'll notice as you follow those horoscopes for that sign, that probably is really your true sign. So yeah, it's in a sense you do have to listen to both until you kind of figure out which one you want to be. Because remember, you can claim it. You can say, I'm an Aquarius, I'm a Capricorn. And, claim it and name it and claim it. So yeah, but both can help you. Okay, good question. Hope that helps. All right, our next sign is Maria Romero. And she says, hi, Bob. Any messages from the spirit for me? Hi, Maria. Right now while I'm walking into your light here, I get around you some dark blue light and I get some purple light here. And dark blue means that you've been going through a struggle here. I feel like you've been it's like rebuilding your life. And God bless you, because I think you're an amazing and talented person. You also have a lot of purple light, which means you're connected to the spirit world. And I want you to pay attention to your dreams. I get the sense here that there's people in spirit trying to reach over to you. One spirit I pick up in particular around you is I get a male figure here around you. This feels very much like a husband. It's a mate. I think it's a spouse. I get a male here around you, and I keep hearing a voice, and he says, "Tell her I've been visiting her in the dreams." So I get the sense he has tried to reach over to you. He keeps saying to me, he said, "Look, I'm all new again. I'm all new again." I get the sense at the time of his death, it's like his whole body, all his organs started shutting down. And he says, "I'm renewed, I'm whole." And he keeps saying peace. I'm at peace. Because I get the sense there's somebody in the family, I mean, it could be even you, but that you feel that he's not at peace for some reason. And he keeps emphasizing, I'm at peace. So he's asking me to bring that over to you. And he says, I'm having a party here in spirit. So he seems to be celebrating. I hear music around him. And I don't know if in life he did music. I almost feel like he may have played music or at some point had an interest in music. But I get a lot of music around him. And he's definitely at peace. He says dreams, dreams, dreams. He keeps saying that. So he wants to come over in the dreams to you. I want you to watch your dreams. You definitely are getting a connection with him through that, okay? But he's asking me also today, he says, tell her to let it go, let it go. There may come up an issue here around a property. There could be a move coming for you as well. And I feel like he's saying it's okay to move on. It's okay to change the home or let go of the home. So you may have a housing change coming here in 2016, and he's going to help you and bless you with that. Okay. Hope that helps. God bless you, darling. Sending prayers to you. Thanks for writing. All right. Our next letter is for Rockstar of the Future. I love that. It's a great name. This is a good question. Rockstar writes this. Dear Bob, are haunted spirit dolls safe to own? Can they protect you and bring love and peace into your home, or do they cause harm? Well, I got to tell you, Rockstar of the Future, I'm not a big fan of people owning haunted items. This is a big thing. A lot of people nowadays are getting these dolls and they have spirits attached. I'm not a fan of that. And I'll tell you why. It's because I feel that if a spirit is truly attached to an item, it's a troubled soul. It's a soul that cannot let go of the earth realm. And I think with haunted items, it's best to do a release of the spirit. And then, that spirit can come back and help you later on as a spirit guide. But I don't think it's a good thing to keep haunted items in your house, because it just delays the growth of that soul that's attached to that item. Many times children, get lost sometimes. They instead of going to the light, they get afraid and they refuse the help of the angels. And they cling to something like a doll or a toy, and then they stay on earth. And because Remember, children are souls with free will. The spirit will not force them to go to heaven. They allow even a child to make a choice. So they honor that child. But if you have a haunted toy, like a haunted doll, most likely it's a child who's struggling. And I don't think we should ever let a child suffer. So I think you want to help, if you cannot release it, get a medium to help release it and let that child go to the light. Okay? So I don't recommend it. Okay? Blessings to you. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter, Tom Sanders, and he writes, "Hi, Bob. I always enjoy your messages. You inspire me to really work on my psychic ability. I find you are the best. I love your personality." Tom, thank you. That is really sweet of you. I tell you, I love my life as a psychic. I really am privileged and blessed to be able to do this. I do this all day long. I do readings for people, and thank you. I'm glad that my work is helping you. Tom, also I have to tell you, while I'm stepping here into your vibration, I'm getting a lot of yellow and gold light around you. These are really wonderful lights. This is the light about connecting through the higher mind. And I feel like as we go into 2016, there's some issues around transition here for you. Looks like there's some learning, some education here. And I feel like you're going to be doing some schooling. It's almost like your career's taking a new path. I get a lot of educator energy around you here. And I feel like I want you to be open to exchange of ideas, whether that's in writing, whether that's in public speaking, poetry. This is where there's a lot of energy around you. And you also have gold light, which tends to indicate that there are benefactors, people entering your life that are going to help you move forward. So if you're feeling at a holding pattern right now, don't worry. It looks like January, a lot of doors are opening, and I do see transition. Be open to learning, be open to schooling. It's all leading you in a good path. Thanks for writing. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Angela Kensman. And she writes and says, "Awesome messages, Bob." Oh, thank you, darling. You're so sweet. She said, "Do I have any messages from my spirit guides, angels, or loved ones? What is my life's purpose?" Yeah. It's interesting. When I'm stepping into your vibration here, I get around you a lot of blue light. I get a lot of orange light. This means that you have communicator theme, possibly artist theme as well. And I feel like you're very gifted in channeling. I want you to focus on working with the crown chakra here in the third eye and letting visions and images and energy come into you. Because I keep seeing the new year, particularly first quarter, January, February, March of 2016, a big transition. It's like you step into your power. And you have around you an angel. I keep hearing a lady, her name is Samantha, I believe is the name, is one of your spirit guides. So she's going to get you on a new course. And I do think 2016, your psychic gifts, your creative gifts, all of that really comes into power. So call upon Samantha. She's going to help you. Okay? Anyways, hope that helps. Blessings to you. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter, Lynn Nightfeather writes, "Dear Bob, any messages for me from the spirit world? Also, why do owls and cardinals follow me?" Hi, Lynn Nightfeather. I love that name. You have around you, I get a Native American spirit guide here around you. His name is Black Hawk. And he's actually been your guide in a number of lives. You had a former life actually in Louisiana back in the 1800s, and you were a voodoo practitioner, and you used to invoke Black Hawk as one of your spirit guides, and he's been with you in that life, and he's around you in this life. And what they're telling me is that the sign, every time you see a cardinal or an owl, that's Black Hawk's presence. He's trying to say, I'm with you. And because you don't have a lot of black hawks in your area, he's using these other birds as his symbol. And Fletcher, my guide back here, just talked. He said these birds are also totem spirit protectors. So Black Hawk sends them to kind of watch over you. So pay attention to those birds, because that's a sign that your guide is with you. And it's also a sign that he's putting protection around you. And when you see those birds, the owls and the cardinals, you say, thank you, Black Hawk. Be with me. Keep me safe. Thank you, blessed birds from spirit. Thank you, cardinals. Thank you, owls. Talk to the birds, because they receive your thanks as well. And you're being protected and blessed here. So that's around you. That's who's around you. Black Hawk also is saying something. I hear him mumbling, and he's saying something that sounds like he said, tell her to keep going forward. Looks like there may come up an issue here with a possible move for you as well next year, at the end of 2016. So you may have a chance to do a transition and a move, and it feels like the Black Hawk's going to guide you to that or through that, okay? But I see a lot of blessing around you. Just keep talking to the birds. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is from Jessica Hyde. Hi, Jessica. Jessica writes, she says, Dear Bob, any messages for me from the spirit world? And do I have any psychic abilities? Yeah. Jessica, I'm walking into your frequency here. I get around you two colors. I get a dark blue color, and I get a pink color here. And these are lights around you in your aura. Dark blue means that you've been dealing with some struggles here. You've been feeling a little blocked creatively, spiritually. The pink light tells me you've crossed through a period of sorrow, a period of suffering. I feel there's been some loss around you, some disappointment and a sense of disconnection. But the wonderful thing is I also pick up a lot of lights, like I'm getting literally orbs around you in spirit as well. And I feel like these are guides and angels. I keep getting Archangel Michael here around you. He's one of your protector spirits, and I feel like he's opening doors for new beginnings for you. I also get another orb here around you. It's coming into me. This is a male entity. I want to place this on the father side, the family. This is actually a father, I believe. It's a male. Feels like a very strong father vibration around you in spirit. And I pick up this male, and I feel like he's coming in. And I just keep hearing him say something that sounds like he says, I'm here. I'm with her. I'm with her. I'm here. I love her. And he's saying he loves you. He says something like, he said, I'm sorry I left as soon as I did. I get the sense that he feels like he couldn't control what happened to him. It seems like there was a disconnect from the body. Like, feels like it was a sudden death, almost like a passing. Maybe not so sudden, maybe an illness, but I feel like when he crossed, there was an energy like they didn't expect it quite that quick. And he says, I'm sorry I made her feel abandoned. And he says, I have never forgotten her. I've not forgotten. So he's with you, and he hasn't abandoned you. But I do pick up a male, I believe he's your father. He said, yes, Father, Father, Father. Tell her Dad's here, Dad's here, Dad's here. So he wants you to know he's with you. He says he has been coming to visit you. He shows me like he's literally walking through a cloud, which tends to make dreams. So I do feel that he has come to you in dreams. And he said, I'm trying to reach across in the dreams. I want you to watch your dreams because he's around you, okay? Anyways, he's coming to bring you blessing and healing. And I'm going to send prayers your way as well, okay? But listen, new year also for you, big time of transition. So embrace your higher self. Know that you are loved and you're not alone. You've got Archangel Michael. You've got your Father. You're not alone. You're going to go forward, okay? Send blessings to you. Well, guys, listen, that is all the time I have for letters today. I'm so glad to hear from all of you. I love you all. Keep watching. Be back here tomorrow. We're going to talk about Psychic Bob's spirit spells. We'll see you here then. Blessings to you. Oh, by the way, like this, favorite, subscribe.